If you're currently writing a short script or if you're planning to shoot a short film, there are 7 things I want you to be aware of, that I want you to learn before you actually do it. So I'm going to take you through those 7 and give you some other insidery tips along the way. All right, here's the first thing you need to do if you want to write a short screenplay. I want you to read some screenplays. I want you to read a lot of screenplays. One of the biggest mistakes people make when they're writing a short film or when they begin writing short films is they don't know what a screenplay really looks and reads like. So what was your favorite film of 2018? Was it Lady Bird? Was it The Shape of Water? Was it Mother? Was it Logan? Was it Star Wars? All these scripts are available online. Go Google them and download them, and you can read exactly what, for instance, with Lady Bird, you can read exactly what Greta Gerwig wrote, including format errors and typos, and you can see how a screenplay is a blueprint for a film that'll happen later on. And you'll see the way screenwriters use description and the way dialogue tends to flow on the page. Don't make the mistake of trying to jump in and write your short without having read a bunch of screenplays. It would be like trying to write a short story having never read a short story. So read up. The other thing you can look for when you're reading screenplays is look for those scenes and look for those bits and pieces that are in and of themselves like little short films. It could be North by Northwest and the crop duster sequence. Or it could be the opening scene from Lady Bird that has a beginning and a middle and an end. You'll see it there in the screenplay. You'll see the kinds of things that the screenwriter chose to tell the reader about and all the stuff that's left out. That's probably the most important thing to learn from reading screenplays, is that 90% of the stuff you think you need to put in your screenplay is left out. The screenwriter's job is to figure out only those little essential bits. And if you read the best screenplays, the ones that are up for Academy Awards, you'll really get a sense of how that's done. Okay, the second thing you need to do before you actually start writing your short, even if you're in the middle of writing your short, is watch short films. Watch lots of short films. I'm shocked by how many film students, how many first-time filmmakers, how many people who want to write longer screenplays but are writing shorts have not watched a lot of short films. The biggest complaint I hear from people who run festivals or film professors who look at a lot of student shorts is that they're seeing the same things over and over and over and over again. Again, if you were going to write a novel, I would think that you would read a bunch of novels before starting on your own. In a similar way, there are all sorts of different kinds of shorts that can really help first your short filmmaking, but then later your feature filmmaking, your TV writing work. So let's go through some of the specific kinds of short films that I think you absolutely have to see. The first is award-winning shorts. If you go online and Google award-winning shorts, you will go to websites like Short Film of the Day and other destinations, just like YouTube, where you can see all the shorts that have won Academy Awards, that have won international awards, that have gone to Sundance. You can see all sorts of different genres. If you like to write horror films, there are a million great horror shorts. If you like to write dramas, there's some wonderful dramas that are under 8 minutes long. If you like to write thrillers or comedies, they're all up there. If you watch a lot of shorts, you'll start to understand them on a creative, an emotional level, where you start to notice how shorts generally unfold. So first of all, go see the award winners. Go see the ones that have been singled out for special attention by the Academy, by Sundance, by Telluride, etc., etc., etc. The second type of short film that I beg you to watch, silent films. I know that can sound a little boring. It's not. Go back and watch some of the silent films, whether they be, experimental cinema, like Le Chien d'Andalou. How do you pronounce that? Le Chien? Anyway, whether it be that or old Buster Keaton movies, old Charlie Chaplin movies, there's this wealth, and they're available online, of these early filmmaking attempts, and everything is told visually. They didn't have sound, so they told their movies completely with pictures. More than just a lesson in film history, it can get you out of thinking in terms of the feature films you just watched, and thinking in terms of how to make something that's a short subject and how to tell things visually. The first big mistake that short filmmakers make is thinking of a feature idea and thinking of the arc of a feature and all the stuff you put in a feature and trying to cram that into 12 or 16 minutes. It never works, and you end up having too much stuff. Like I said before, a lot of filmmaking is about choosing those essential elements and getting rid of all the rest. So anyway, silent films can be a big help when you're writing your own short film. The next kind of short that you should be watching, even though I'm guessing that I'm writing a short film that's going to be live action, watch some of the best animated shorts. Because although animated shorts aren't live action and they feel different, again, it gets you out of the headspace of making a television show or a feature. The best short stories are often told in the animated format. Animators tend to think of their story in visual terms. Animators have a real intuition for how to tell a story in just 8 minutes, giving the audience only those essential pieces that they need to understand that particular story without trying to make it larger or say more than you can pack into 8 minutes. Lastly, the kinds of short films that I want you to look at are foreign films. Because everything is online, and because award winners from Europe or China or other places are online, they're available to you, and it will get you out of the biggest trap for short filmmakers, and that's cliches and being generic. You don't see the thousands of other short films that are being made in the right now in this month, and you don't, unless you're a festival programmer, see that people are making the same kinds of movies again and again and again and again. So a lot about watching other short films is about being inspired by things that aren't run-of-the-mill. If you want to get great filmmaking ideas for your short, great story ideas for your short that you're going to put in your short screenplay, then watch something from China, watch something from Romania, watch something from Iran, because you'll see things that are different. You'll see kinds of shorts that won't feel like the shorts that everybody else is making. All right, here's a little tip. When you're writing these short films, keep it loose and write lots of them. There's a tendency among short filmmakers to write one short and make that the be-all and end-all of their existence. Don't do that. The first couple shorts I wrote were okay. I put a lot of effort into them. I stressed a lot about them. One in particular, I spent a lot of money on. They didn't get into festivals. They didn't really help me that much. They were great learning opportunities, but nothing much amounted to them. Later, as I was shooting short films and writing short films constantly, a friend of mine got together with me and we shot a short film over one weekend. We wrote it in the morning, shot it in the afternoon, and then he edited it that Sunday. So it took us 2 days. We didn't spend a lot of time or effort. It cost us $100. That was like maybe our 20th short that we'd shot. We only did it for fun, and that's the one that ended up going to Sundance. It's actually my only cinematography credit, if you look on IMDb. Keep it loose and plan to shoot and write a lot of these things.